Call to order. Invocation. Mr. Burrell?
All right, I won't be long before you guys, especially I took up enough time. But this is really to the public. I want to applaud each and every last one of you guys for coming, especially we have a council person sitting there. You guys a little wave at you. Good to deal with that. And I'm happy to see the community support, especially during the summertime. Just want to tell you guys thank you. Easy enough.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you, Mr. Burrell. Mr. Cuff, roll call, please.
Okay, we have Mrs. Fitty.
Here.
Mrs. Richardson.
Here.
Mr. Burrell.
Here.
Mr. Hobbs. Ms. Hummel.
Here.
Mrs. Hummel. Ms. Hoff.
Here.
Ms. Boykins, Mr. Cave, and Mr. Ritter are absent tonight. So you have 6 board members present.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Hobbs. School board celebrations will also be late today. First one, Mr. Hobbs? Summer Alumni Picnic, Saturday, August 26th, noon to 5 p.m. at Kerr Field. Alumni, come out and show your colors, please. Sneak peek, okay, Mr. Hobbs. Sneak peek, Colwyn Elementary, Penwood Middle, and Penwood High School is Tuesday, August 29th from 6:30 to 8:30 in those buildings. We look forward to seeing you. And then all the other elementary schools are Wednesday, August 30th from 6:30 to 8:30. Again, come out before school starts, meet the staff, see the school, and you'll be all set. School hours, just for clarity, those are the school hours. Please be on time for school at all cost. And school supplies, we were successful. Thank you, Superintendent Harbert, Ms. Bookman, and all the principals. If you go to your school's page on our website, it will have a list of supplies you need for your child so you can participate in that sale mania that is out and get your glue sticks. So take a look. The alumni will also be collecting supplies at their event to contribute to our school district, and we certainly appreciate that. So thank you. That's it. Ms. Harbert, you're next.
Thank you. Mine is going to be light also because I've asked my directors to give a small update to you. As you know, we have not done an update this month. A couple things I do want to call to your attention is a couple of years ago we started looking at our charter schools that were taking our students when they shouldn't be. They were taking our students before they were servicing the children that were on their waiting lists. So we did file a lawsuit to say that we shouldn't have to pay for those children. And it looks like it's going to come to fruition. We are going to get some dates for the Office of Chief Counsel. We will be going to court for that. So maybe, hopefully, we'll get some money back on that. I wouldn't count on it, but maybe at least we are putting the effort out there to say you're not following the law, the charter school laws. You're taking our children before you are looking at your waiting list. The other one I want to call to your attention, I want to give you a preview of what's going to be available for you next month. One of our teachers, Alice Grunt, who is just finishing her sabbatical, worked all year long on doing homes and habitats along Darby Creek. She's painted several beautiful portraits of houses and landscapes through our neighborhoods. They will be displayed in here and through the hallway, and then we will be auctioning them for sale, and that money will come to the school district.
Nice. Yeah.
So I would encourage you to, we'll start putting them up. I think we're going to start hanging them on August the 6th or August 1st. She's coming in and on that Tuesday, and we're going to start putting them up. I've asked for assistance, and then I would encourage the public to come look at them because some of them will be actually pictures of your homes.
Yeah, let's put them online, especially if we do the auction. Let's have an online auction.
Is it auction or for sale? She'll have.
I'm not
prices
sure how we're gonna handle it.
Yeah,
For
and
sale
I-
or for auction,
And I
but,
think the money goes to Penwood Foundation.
okay. Comes to us.
Yeah, which comes
Yeah.
back to us.
So, that's our, basically what I have. I've asked, again, our directors to give a brief synopsis of what they've been working on, because we've been working very hard this summer. Days go by quickly before we know it, we're ready to start school again. So, Ms. Greenstein, if you would like to give us a quick update.
Sure. So summer is actually a very busy time for special education. It is a time to sort of sit back, take a breath, things slow down enough that you can really start to work on the important big picture items like improving our programming, working on climate and culture, working on professional development plans. On the other hand, there's a lot of busy work to do, tons of reporting, student data cleanup in preparation for next year. So the summer is also our extended school year program. So for 5 weeks, we're overseeing the extended school year program, making sure that there's an excellent educational program for the students that need this. Then there's also ESY programming that I oversee for 80 or more students who are in and out of district extended school year. We do a lot of interviewing when we need to replace teachers, instructional assistants, speech therapists, and so forth, interviewing and hiring. Like I mentioned, programming improvements. We're always looking to see what we can do to make a better emotional support program, a better autistic support program, or a better learning support program. We're also doing an initiative this year to develop the multi-tiered system of support, which is an excellent way of supporting our students, and that is that will be a long-term planning effort that will work in collaboration with the principals. We're looking at our interventions and trying to find the best interventions out there for our students, and replacing some of our assessments that we use for special education. In addition, we have approximately 40 early intervention students coming into the district this year who all need an IEP meeting. They need an evaluation first, then they need an IEP meeting. There's lots of reporting. There's new reporting on transition. There's PIMS reporting, the usual stuff. There's the special ed July PIMS report. There's discipline reporting and all kinds of other tables that we report on. Then, of course, while we're reporting, we're making sure our data is all cleaned up. Then there's a rollover where we move all the students up a grade and make sure they're in the correct buildings and that sort of thing. So that's a lot of work. We're already getting all kinds of new registrations, so we spend time processing those special education registrations to make sure that students are in the right setting when they start school. We work with registration closely on that. There's access billing and access reporting. There's reporting data on our alternative education for disruptive youth schools. There's homebound reporting. There's also annual contract renewals like the one in today's for physical therapy in today's agenda. And then some of the very important stuff is planning professional development for teachers, instructional assistants. We want to help with professional development for our SRO staff and other staff. So all of that goes into preparing ourselves so that we're very well prepared for the 2017-18 school year. And then, of course, as you noticed from the agenda, the due process and settlement agreement piece is ongoing. So that's pretty much covers my summer.
So Ms. Boykins, unfortunately, was in a small accident. She's okay on her way here, and we have to do 2 votes. Ms. Finney just told me she's leaving.
Yeah, I'm really supposed to be on vacation.
Okay, so I would like to come back to it. I would like to vote, and I don't know how to do this, move the education.
Move the agenda then.
Yeah,
How do you want to do this? Move.
let's consolidate it into one motion, which probably you shouldn't make, but if
Okay.
somebody else will make,
Ms.
then
Hummel?
Move to approve the agenda?
move the agenda as amended with education and what else did you want moved?
Education and budget. Education, personnel, and budget move to the front.
Are you comfortable making that motion?
I'm very comfortable making that motion. Otherwise, we don't have a quorum, correct?
Right.
Yes. We're going to run out of time.
Right.
Right. So I make a motion that we move those items to the front and vote on them.
May I have a second? All those in favor?
Aye.
Anyone against? Okay. So, Education Committee agenda. B1, Mercy Fitzgerald Hospital Independent Contractor Agreement for Physical Therapy. B2, Release and Settlement Agreement Extension. B3, Release and Settlement Agreements. B4, William Penn School District 2017-18 Athletic Schedule. And that's it.
I move that agenda.
May I have a second?
I'll second.
Thank you. Any questions or comments from the board? All those in favor?
Aye.
Anyone against? Thank you. Personnel, Ms. Hummel?
C1 retirement, C2 resignation, C3 furlough, C4 appointments, C5 changes in assignment, and C6 leave of absence.
May I have a second?
Second.
Any questions from the Board of School Board Directors? Hearing none, all those in favor?
Aye.
Anyone against? Thank you. Budget, E1 Treasurer's Report, E2 List of Bills. May I have a move in a second?
Second.
Thank you. Any questions from the board?
I have a question.
Yes, ma'am.
I probably had too much time on my hands.
It's okay.
And I'm looking at the June 30th, the list of bills, and July 24th list of bills. I'm trying to, I see the amount for June. I don't see the amount for June on July list of bills. It's a difference in a figure. I don't know what's included in that 1.3 million. Is it 1.3 million for June 30th?
Correct.
And on the June 30th bill, that's on July, 1.39 million. And on June is 1.310. See those figures? Total list of bills for June. And when I look at July's list of bills, it's a different figure. What does that include?
Summary.
Oh, it's a summary, okay.
We wouldn't have
You
the
see-
July list of bills yet, would we?
But this is what
You would.
Okay.
list of bills for July 24th, 2017.
24, okay. I thought you meant month
I'm
ended
just
July.
curious of what's the difference, what's included in that difference of the 1.3, the 10 and the 1.392?
Right, this is June 30th, that's June 30th.
Total list of bills.
I got it,
See
yeah.
it?
I have to go back and double check and look. It's probably just a summary, because we had a new person doing it, it's probably just a summary.
Okay.
The bills are correct, 'cause she probably just put the numbers
Because
over.
it's something like 82,000 difference.
See it? I missed that.
See, I said I had too much
Right.
time.
No, you're right.
It's great stuff.
I missed it as well.
It's all good. Great, Jeff, you'll get back to her.
Yep.
All right.
Awesome.
Yeah, let's make sure that that number jives.
Yes.
We gotta vote on that.
By two. Any other questions? Hearing none, all those in favor?
Aye.
Anyone against?
I abstain.
Okay.
Are we going to have difficulty if we don't vote on the property and policy?
Yeah, that's what I was
Well,
gonna ask.
if we're, I'm not sure how long Mr. Hobbs can stay.
15, 20 hours.
Can we just vote on it and be
Sure.
done with it? Or- Does anybody have an objection if we vote on the other two motion items? I'd like to move the property committee.
Excuse me, I'm not clear on budget. Ms. Fitty, did you just abstain on the?
Yes, I did.
She did, she abstained on the budget committee.
Does that mess up our quorum? An abstention?
No.
No.
You have 6 here, so 5 is sufficient.
Yeah. I'd like to move that we vote on the property committee agenda.
In policy too, correct?
Oh, yeah, I'm doing one at a time.
Okay, great.
Because nobody objected that we vote on
May I have
it.
a move, may I have a second on that?
Second.
All those in favor?
Discussion, just in case.
Discussion, just in case.
Hearing none.
All right, hearing none, all right, move it ahead. No, I'm sorry.
So we-
All those in favor of moving the property agenda?
Aye.
And policy.
No, property.
We're voting on it at a time.
Anyone against? Thank you. Okay, now, D1, amendment to agreement with Airmark Educational Services, D2, private transportation. Any questions by this Board of School Board Directors? Hearing none? Oh, I'm sorry, can someone move it for me?
Moved.
Second?
Second.
Thank you. All those in favor?
Aye.
Anyone against? Thank you very much.
So does that take care of all the other?
No,
Ms.
policy.
Richardson. You're up, Ms. Richardson.
Policy Committee Agenda, F1 is the second reading of the revised policies. You see here in front of you, 201, 204, 209.1, and 808.
Second.
She just needs a second.
Second.
Any questions or concerns from this Board of School Board Directors on policy? Hearing none, all those in favor?
Aye.
Anyone against? Great, well, we're all in the room. A little birdie told me that the Eagles preseason game is August 24th. Is that still okay for a property committee meeting?
No.
So many's been texting you, I think.
No, Jeff is the little bird.
Not gonna lie to you and say yes.
Big bird.
Okay, so I want to move that because I want you at the
Sure.
meeting. So does August 22nd work?
Yep.
Oh, that doesn't work for me, sorry. Does Monday, the 21st work? We do not have a committee meetings because it is August.
That works.
Does that work?
6:30?
Yes, ma'am.
6:30.
What day is it?
It's
Monday.
August 21st, Monday. Thank you, Mr. Burton.
24th up to 5 o'clock.
No, thank you. Although I could,
I would love to do that.
I don't want to make it hard for other school board members. Monique, we get Monique and Rafi out of the box. They can't make it, so that's not fair. All right, so now the property committee meeting is Monday, the 21st of August. Thank you very much. Glad we looked out for you. Thank you, Jeff.
Are you leaving?
Yes, I am. You
Okay.
need me to stay for exactly one.
I'm going to walk out with you to.
Okay, so we don't make Janet crazy, can we approve the minutes so that she can type them up and get them advertised?
We're going back to the rest of the agenda.
Right, but the rest of the agenda goes back to the reporting that was being done on the floor and also the minutes. So
Okay.
can we just move on the minutes before we go back to the superintendent
Great.
report?
May I have a motion to approve the minutes?
I make a motion to approve the minutes of the June 26th business meeting.
Second.
Thank you. Does anybody have any questions or concerns about the meeting minutes?
About this meeting?
No, the last, June 26th.
I have to think about that one for a while.
Okay. All those in favor?
Aye.
Anyone against? Thank you very much. Now you may escort Miss Fitty out. Have a fabulous vacation.
Yeah, I'm gonna try.
We're so appreciative of
Enjoy
you being
yourself.
here
Thanks for
before.
coming.
I'm supposed to leave today too.
Okay.
Enjoy
Okay.
yourself. Enjoy yourself.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I will.
I like saltwater.
Okay. The public's heard enough of our vacation follies. Thank you. Okay. Back to you, Miss Harbert.
Okay. Thank you. So, Dr. Bruno.
As Mrs. Greenstein said, the summer is a very busy time for pupil services, and this is what I've been up to. Reviewed, processed, and approved 63 homeschool student programs from school year 16-17. Currently processing 39 homeschool applications for school year 17-18. That's to date. I expect about 30 more to come in by September. Revised the homeschool notification letter with the 2017 updates, and compiled the homeschool database for 2017. Drafted and distributed school year 17-18 schedules to 10 counselors, 2 social workers, and 11 nurses. I submitted the Act 80 report to PDE, that's our in-service reports, for school year 16-17. I revised, obtained signatures of principals and police chiefs on 11 MOUs as required every 2 years by Safe Schools. I submitted the signed MOUs, the anti-bullying information, and policy verification to the Safe Schools. Verified and submitted the school year 16-17 Student Assistance Program report to the state, and processed the school year 17-18 Student Assistance Program contract with Holcomb. I updated EDNA, which is the Educational Names and Configuration app in the PDE website, with our administrative changes for the year. Participated in 6 ESSA Best Interest Determination meetings for placement of foster students. Held 1 due process hearing for disciplinary exclusion. Updated incident report and police log forms for distribution to principals. Processed requisitions for secondary schools and pupil services department. Coordinated immunization clinics with our head nurse. Collaborated with principals regarding the disciplinary code and possible revisions. Compiled a spreadsheet of new students requiring ESL screening in September to date. Revised the job description for the pupil services secretary in anticipation of a September replacement. Spoke with representative of Naviance to set up a demo in August or September when the counselors return. Naviance is a comprehensive counseling program that includes career guidance, college guidance, graduate follow-up, and test prep. Maintained a weekly update with juvenile probation to determine student status, so in September we will know where some of our students are instead of just having them as no-shows. And I communicated with Shane Burrows, who is our regional homeless liaison, and he will be delivering to me 45 backpacks filled with school supplies, 15 for primary elementary school, 15 for older elementary school, and 15 for secondary school students, and they will be used only with homeless students. These are in addition to the backpacks that our social workers already arranged with Aramark to pick up. And that's been keeping me busy.
Thank you. One more thing. Sorry, can I ask a question? How's eSchool?
I'm sorry?
eSchool.
What do you want to know about eSchool?
Okay. Will the application be ready to, will the phone app be ready for September?
The parent access to the Home Access Center will be ready. It will be open when we open up the Home Access Center. We haven't done that yet because we are, we just turned over from last year to this year, and technically there's no information in there yet to look at. So as soon as we open it up, it will be available.
So the phone app, the
phone app is simply a matter of turning it on.
Okay. So the students and parents will be able to use that this year? That's correct. And have we worked out a way to use the data in eSchool to email our parents and students and call our students and parents? We cannot do mass communications with a student body through the eSchool program itself. Do we have a way to do those things? We have that only through our robocalls, the EduLink. Okay. I mean, you can always download a spreadsheet, and send that to EduLink, but you can't do it directly through eSchool. Okay. Can we work on that some Thank you.
You're welcome.
Mr. Conlon?
Good evening, thank you. I guess we're all busy in the summer, especially in human resources, as we try to be very efficient in filling these open positions that we have. We'll probably end up hiring between 45 people, 50 people, including support staff, by the end of the summer. So we're making great progress on our hiring, especially for the teaching staff on all the levels, elementary, high school, special ed. But it's a process where we need to stay on top of it every day. a lot of candidates when we schedule them for interviews. Several of them cancel, they have other positions. We had one position, we offered 2 people positions, and both of them accepted other jobs. So it's a process where you really have to stay on top of it as the number of candidates in certain certifications continues to dwindle, and the number of school districts are in need of these certifications. So we're really staying on top of it. I'd like to thank Mrs. O'Doherty and Mrs. Gamble in HR, who schedule the onboarding. It takes about an hour for new hires to do paperwork, and that's been going very well. Ms. Cancelaris in payroll also comes in and helps us with that. So again, it's nonstop where we just have to keep the process of going, of interviewing. The principal's been very helpful, administrators, in helping us with the interview process as we close in on filling these positions in the district. We have no new news about the Affordable Care Act for our medical providers. We think that that current legislation hopefully will stay in place and that we won't have any changes. I will present also to the board, we did meet with the various substitute services and have a recommendation for the board about staying with our current provider. So I'll provide that information to the board, as well as a list of current openings that I'll send to the board this Friday. So we're quite busy in HR as we try to stay up with these openings. Thank you.
Mr. McKay?
Well, the curriculum office is always very busy, just like my colleagues.
A busy contest.
Busy, who can be busy? Her. I am working with Ms. Nash on making sure that the e-school protocols for teachers are all set up. That would be the grade books, the attendance, so on and so forth, printing of reports, also working with principals on their needs for what else they need to know about e-school, and Ms. Nash and I are working on setting up a time for secretaries to come in as well. Working with the teachers at the elementary and middle school on curriculum writing. We will have all of the frameworks ready for the elementary by the end of the summer, and we are revising the writing and English curriculum guide for the middle school. I'm working with about 6 teachers from the middle school on that. An update on our ELA curriculum, on our English curriculum. I believe we have arrived at what we're going to be using. It will be a component, there will be 2 components to it. One will be a grammar component, in which there will be direct instruction, guided practice with the teacher, and then independent practice, putting those grammar structures into writing. And then there will be a deeper writing component, where the students and the teachers will work on opinion writing, argumentative writing, informative writing, and narrative writing, along with responding to literature. So I believe we're there. We'll be working with the sales reps to get the best price possible. They're really interested in working with us, so I've been able to negotiate a lot of freebies for us, so I'm happy about that. I'm also working on prepping the PD for the teachers at the beginning of the school year, making sure that the teachers have all of the tools that they need to provide the best instruction we can. And I'm also working with principals. I've met with them 2 or 3 times on their needs, schedules, curriculum issues, how I can support them a little better in the upcoming school year, because I always believe it's always about continuous process and continuous improvement. So that's what's going on a very large scale in the curriculum office.
Thank you. And that concludes my report.
Thank you, Ms. Harvey. Welcome home. All right, so we did the minutes. No student representatives today, no words. Public comments regarding agenda items. Thank you for your patience. Anyone? Yes, ma'am.
I don't know whether it's appropriate at this time, but tomorrow night's meeting, why is it that the residents and parents cannot attend?
So this is a follow-up meeting to a meeting we had with our borough officials on April 29th. We just like to check in with them and sort of tell them what's going on, and we're going to talk about some budget numbers and stuff. So we chose in this case to make it borough officials and police chiefs. And again, it's a follow-up to our April meeting. We do, we've, in the past, always had those meetings about once or twice a year.
Okay.
Thank you very much for that question.
Thank you.
And actually, it occurs to me, well, does anybody else have any comments on agenda items?
Any questions on agenda items? Anyone else?
Before we go ahead. Janet, can you note in the minutes that nobody commented on agenda items? And I want to specifically invite if there were any comments that anybody wants to make, you know, now is the time about the agenda that was voted. Okay, just technically.
Okay, okay. Thank you. Any communications, Mr. Cuff?
There are no communications.
Okay, we did our committee reports. Any solicitors?
Unless you want to do the A, which...
Oh, we can go back to A, because I would not want Ms. Boykins to feel like her agenda was neglected. A1 is the mandatory re-registration required for high school freshmen. A2 is school opening information sneak peek. A3 is the ACT and SAT exam deadlines. If you're taking these tests, the deadlines are pretty early, so pay attention. A4, summer office hours. And A5, summer registration continues for the 2017-18 school year. And please note, due to the change in state law, or was that federal law regarding inoculations, that you used to have 9 months to get into compliance, now you have 5 days. And was that federal or state law? State law, of course. And that's it. All right, any questions on that, school board directors? Okay, great. All right, any solicitor's report, Mr. Solicitor?
We are going to have a brief executive session with the remaining members here. I did speak with the two who left, and it will be about a matter of litigation and real estate.
Thank you. Any old business, Mr. Kopp?
There is no old business.
Any new business?
No, ma'am.
Report from Delaware County Community College, Mr. Wright is not present. Delaware County Intermediate Unit, Mr. Burrow?
There's no report.
Okay, thank you. And Delaware County Legislative Council, Mr. Cave is not present, but please, call your senators, call your House of Representatives folks, and tell them that what they've done with the budget is a travesty, in my opinion only, and that when you pick a number, you have to figure out how to pay for it, and not be 3 weeks later and calling people to Harrisburg, sending them home, calling them, sending them home. Okay? Please, because I can only burn on my phone so much. Okay, so my rant is over. Sorry. Any comments from citizens regarding non-agenda items?
I'd like to take an opportunity to speak as a citizen.
Okay.
Okay. I just wanted to mention that one of our former employees, who happens to be my husband, Andrew Farquhar, who was a special education teacher in the middle school here, as of Saturday, he will summit Mount Katahdin in Maine, and will finish the Appalachian Trail over 2,000 miles, which he's done over the course of several years, about 1,000 miles of which he's done since he was diagnosed with Parkinson's disease. So I just wanted to publicly mention that and to congratulate him on that, and please come home and mow the lawn. I have no many hope.
Call on your citizens to help you, Ms. Hummel, and we're all very proud of Andy and his tenacity, we'll say. And I'm secretly thinking of a new project for him.
Oh, we're definitely getting a new project from him, or else he does projects at my house.
Okay.
Yeah, we're going to send him on another trip.
I'm thinking of a new project for him. Any other comments from anyone? Yes, ma'am.
I just want to congratulate the ground crew at the middle school. They're doing a fantastic job of keeping the school out there.
All right,
The
thank you
Moose
very much.
Field.
Great.
We'll appreciate hearing that.
Great.
Okay.
Great.
Thank you.
Oh, might be checking on them.
To take them out, bottles of water, take that.
Yeah, do drive-bys.
They're doing a good job with the grass.
All right. So thank you, Ms. Richardson. Anyone else? Announcement of future meetings. So we have August 22nd, right? 21st? August 21st for a property committee meeting, and then we have Monday, August 28th for a regular meeting, and then in September we'll go back to 2 a month.
And we might have an education meeting on the 23rd, we might.
I doubt it would be the 23rd, but I'll make those calls tomorrow after my call. Anything else?
You don't even have to, but we've already adjourned technically.
Technically, we've already adjourned. We're going to go into executive session now, so we'd ask the room to clear itself.